Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a very wet Frankfurt. We were planning on streaming from right over there somewhere. Somewhere in that vicinity over there, there's a viewpoint. One of these overpasses. But it is raining right now, and it should be raining for the next couple hours off and on. Nothing heavy, but I can't stream out in the rain. I don't have a tent here. So, good morning, Martin, H. Dot. Mark, good to see y'all here. Ms. Wolves and Alan in the house, thank you. So we are at a place a lot of people in the stream might be familiar with. Oh, there's a condor right there. We are at the B Mine Hotel, which is across the Autobahn from Frankfurt Airport. A lot of people have streamed from the restaurant here, which we can't do right now. I don't want to get too deep in the woods and start too many rumors, but they've had issues with plane spotters and streamers specifically, and so they've cut back on the amount of time you're allowed to stream from the deck of the restaurant, and it has to be when they're doing meal service. And I don't know if that's to have someone to keep an eye on you, but that's what they told me. It has to be during meal service. So the meal service for breakfast ended at 10. Doesn't start up again till noon. Then only runs till 2:30. And then there's a big break. There's a big break until dinner, so we couldn't find a time to stream from the restaurant today or this morning. We might try later today, but that's a big if everything works out. So right now we're streaming from the balcony of my hotel room at the B Mine Hotel. And you want to see something interesting? This is something that I found rather interesting. Let's go to the B camera real quick. So this is the view from my balcony right here. Obviously. Ooh, oh, wait, hold on. I'm not checking the radar. So, Oh, H dots ruined the surprise. So here's my car on the balcony of my hotel room. So that's my room in there. We are on the 10th floor, and my car is with me on the 10th floor. Look at that. That's interesting. I have another 7.4 coming in next. The one we just saw is what came in from parts unknown, apparently. Internet's being a little flaky for the phone, but at least not for the... Oh, there we go. Buenos Aires is the next one, apparently. Hello, Klaus. But there's an elevator that takes your car up to your room. And the deck where your car is an awesome place to plane spot. I was doing it last night and I'm doing it again this morning. The only downside with this deck, this car deck, is it's on the 10th floor. The restaurant's on the 12th, so the restaurant has a little better angle to see the actual touchdowns. But other than that, this is pretty sweet. If you're a photographer, if you're not doing any live streaming or video, it would be awesome. Next one, it'll be Croatia Air. It's coming in from Zagreb. See, it's raining pretty good over actually on the airfield right now. It's just drizzling where I am, but it's raining pretty good. Oh, is this my plane? Oh, here we go. That's our plane. The one with its back to us. That's the plane we came over on. It's getting really socked in over there.
It's just not too cold out there.
Oh yeah, it's nice out here. No, you don't want to bump into you. So I didn't notice, I guess I've never looked into it, I don't know why. I didn't realize Frankfurt had a curfew of 11 o'clock last night. We were out here on the balcony at 11 o'clock last night and everything just kind of stopped. I didn't realize it had a curfew. Honolulu doesn't have a curfew. They, passenger service ends about 11:45 midnight or so, but they have cargo in all night. Usually the cargo in overnight they bring off the water, so it's not that big a deal. No noise. Wow, it is really coming down over there now. Let's go back to this. You can see in the background there. You can't even see the other side of the other side of the airport over there, the Lufthansa hangar or anything. It was you could see the Lufthansa hangar when I came out here, but now it is bad. Next one in is a British Airways. You gotta trust me, it's out there somewhere. Hello, Rainbow Love. Yeah, there's another British Airways. Very convenient to bring your car to your hotel room and still have a view. Leave Aviation. I've never seen this one before. It's one on the right of the screen. It's heading off to this is Manu. I don't know where that is. Hello, Christine. How do you say hi to Christine? I don't know. My brain is mush. After all this traveling, my brain is mush. I think I already said hi to Christine, but okay. She deserves to be said hi to twice. This is another one I've only seen in streams. Is that M-E-A? Do you pronounce it M-E-A or Mia? M-E-A? Came in from Beirut. That's not a normal destination for planes from Hawaii, so. Hello, Travis. Good to see you. We should have a Queen coming up, another Queen. Oh, the next arrival is Queen coming in from Vancouver. Middle Eastern Airlines. Okay, that makes sense. I like truth in advertising. I don't know if you guys watched the streams yesterday. We had a lot of fun on the streams yesterday. We did some driving streams yesterday. Yeah, Wally, I'll let you know in a little bit, and as soon as I look it up, I always forget the flight number, and I'll post it on Instagram as well. But I was just going to do a little 5-minute live stream driving out of the city center of Innsbruck. We ended up streaming for about 3 hours. So we did an hour and a half, and then we broke off for a little bit, and then we did another hour and a half. So we streamed all the way till we got to the German border, and then we had a couple of issues at the German border, so we had to stop streaming. And then when we got into Germany, it wasn't worth picking it back up again. So, hello, Silver Trig. Yeah, for the most part, we've had pretty good weather. I will say. This is the first real torrential rain we've had, and luckily I'm able to stream from a balcony, so I am not getting wet. clearing up a little bit across there, but still, it's pretty raining all across the airfield. Go a little wide and so tomorrow, I told you I can look that up for you real quick. Tomorrow we are leaving here from Frankfurt. We are flying out on Lufthansa. It's a 7478. It's a Lufthansa flight 456. I should have been able to remember that. And then we switch over in LA to United. That should be a 777. And that's United flight 1170. 1170. But I'll post that again on Instagram sometime this afternoon. We have another Queen coming in. I love this. From São Paulo in Brazil. It's Lufthansa flight 507. It looks like it's about 3 minutes out. And we also have a TUI coming over my right shoulder behind me. We'll see if we can get that as well. That is coming into the right runway. So there are 3 runways we're looking at here, left, right, center. But they're a little confusing because the right runway is actually quite a bit farther over to our right than, in fact, we can't even see it from here. So we'll see if we can show you the TUI first. I was able to see him a little while ago. We'll see if we can see it now. I'm not used to an airport where they tow so much planes everywhere. They seem to be towing everything everywhere. They do a little bit of towing around to make room at the international gates in Hawaii, but not quite like this. They just seem to be towing everything everywhere. Alright, we'll see if we can see the TUI coming over our right shoulder this way. Then we'll come back and catch the Queen. So the right runway is over here somewhere. We should be getting the TUI right over those buildings any second now. Oh shoot, what the heck, Patrick? Flight radar was glitching. That's not nice, flight radar. My flight radar was glitching and showed the when I looked down at it, the 747 was way back, and then all of a sudden it caught up with itself and was right on top of me. It's okay. We'll figure it out. It's all a work in progress. Ah, hello, Colin, Aspen. Good to see you both here. Alright, so the next one is coming in on the right runway. See, I didn't want to bump into you. I was doing the, oh, you can stand here. I just didn't want to bump into you. Come a little closer. Don't be shy. Come a little closer. Hello, Kenny. Michael, good morning. Alright, so now we'll try to show you the one coming in on the right runway. Yeah, Aspen, it's one of those things where every time we do a vacation like this, we always think, oh, next time we'll just go to a place for a week and a half and stay there. And then by the time we pack, by the time it's ready to plan the next trip, it's always, oh, let's go see a million things again. It's out there somewhere in the soupy haze. There it is. So that one's going to the right runway. Over here to our left and center. Hello, Mike D. Wally, the flight for Los Angeles, we leave at 10:30 Germany time tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. And then I have no idea what time we get to LA, but I believe our flight out of LA is around 4 o'clock. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 queens lit up and 4 queens lit up and a A340 all lit up on the airfield right now. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, the other day when we were here, oh, 1 o'clock. Thank you, Michael. And then I think we have a 4-hour layover in LA. The other day when we were here, we streamed somewhere over here, somewhere over this side of the airport, or the other side of the airport, at the end of the center runway. And I wanted to go over here. There's a viewing spot over here somewhere to check it out to see if we could stream from there today. And it took a half an hour just to get around the airport. And that was the quickie Google way of maps telling me how to get there. So it took a half an hour to get around the airport. And then Google sometimes has a way of taking you to a place you don't want to go. So it took me to the road near the spotting place. Ooh, looks like we have a 340 that's about 7 or 8 planes out. And then when we got over there, we couldn't figure out how to get to the spotting place anyway. So just a reminder, if any of you in the chat here today, in the listening audience, or viewing audience, or a Kickstarter backer that helped me get over here, thank you very much, first of all. But we did the Kickstarter backers only stream the other day, and I gotta say, it was pretty good. I had a really good time. I hope everyone watching did. But if you missed it, because of time zones or whatever, please go check out the replay. It's still up. It's an unlisted video, so you have to follow the link that I sent you via Kickstarter in an email. So, and if you can't get that link, let me know and I'll send it to you regular email. But it's an unlisted video, so you have to get there directly from the link I sent out. Next one coming in is KLM. It's a tiny KLM. It's a city hopper. It's coming in from Amsterdam. So last night, does anybody know if this is normal operations or is this reverse ops today? Because last night the flow was the other direction. So they were leaving this direction. Thank you, James. Yeah, it's a little bit a bummer with the weather, but at least I'm dry and the equipment's dry, so, and we can still see planes, so. I'll tell you, looking at this Autobahn below me, the motorway here, highway, whatever, I'm not a fan. I'm going to put it right out there. I'm not going to be politically correct or try to, whatever. I'm not a fan of the Autobahn. I'm going to tell you right now, I did not enjoy it. We drove about 1,000 miles, maybe 1,200 miles. I have to check the odometer in the car. We drove somewhere a little over 1,000 miles, most of it on the Autobahn, and I did not enjoy hardly any of it, actually. I'll be honest. It's maybe when I was 20, 21, somewhere in there, and I had a lot more testosterone, I would have enjoyed it. It's too much sensory overload. You gotta pay attention way too much. It's not an enjoyable experience. The constant changing lanes is annoying as hell. You can't, in America, you could just say, oh, I'm in the middle lane, I'm gonna do the speed limit. You don't have to worry about it. You just get in the middle lane. People exiting and entering the freeway on your right. People going fast on the left. You're in the middle. You're doing the speed limit. Everybody's happy. Here, you ride that middle lane, people want to kill you. So that means you're always in the right lane, getting stuck between trucks and caravans and people getting on and off the freeway. So you're constantly having to go left and middle. It's not an enjoyable experience. Now when we're in Austria, going through the little mountain roads, that was fun. I enjoyed that. The Autobahn, not so much. Yeah, James, it might be great for an hour. You know, if you get out on the Autobahn and you're driving an hour and you're thing, but I mean, doing it like yesterday, we were on the Autobahn for about 5 hours. From the German border up to Frankfurt, about 5 hours. And it was just too much. It was just too much. Your body's not meant to be on that high of alert for that long of a time. Next one coming in is a 340-300. It's coming in from Boston. Should be over here in just a second. Hello, Henry. Good to see you. Sorry, Henry. My brain can't handle being on that high of alert for too long. And it would be much better, in my humble opinion, if the left lane was for people who wanted to do as fast as they want. The middle lane is for people who want to do the speed limit or 120-ish. And the middle lane and the right lane should be for people getting on and off the freeway, and caravans and buses and trucks. And make my life a lot simpler. But then again, I don't live here, so it's not my... Yeah, I was trying to think about all the times I've watched streams here, Michael, and trying to remember what normally it was. And usually I watch One and More Aviation, and he usually streams from where I streamed from the other day. And so it's always that one parallel runway going away from you is always in use, it seems. So I couldn't remember what the normal flow was. Alright, so the next one coming in should be I believe it's a 350. Yeah, it's a Lufty 350. It's coming in from Denver. I believe this was a 380 route, wasn't it, recently? Or no, that's the other one. Did they have two to Denver? If it was a 380, it probably wouldn't have come here, right? Did the 380 from Denver go to Munich? I believe they stopped that service anyway. Yeah, Henry, it's probably just me. I mean, I'll fully admit that. I mean, I come from a place where you rarely go more than 55 or 60 miles an hour. And the entire length of the longest highway would have barely get you from here to Frankfurt. So you're never on the highway very long. And you're never going very fast, so my body's just not used to it anymore. Mrs. Reverse Ops is saying, hit the like button, everybody. She says there's almost 200 people here. We have 100 likes. So everybody hit that like button for Mrs. Reverse Ops. Yeah, Colin. I don't understand where the speed thing came from. When I was growing up, it wasn't like that. You didn't have people doing the entire population thinking they're Mario Andretti. Now every soccer mom with an SUV thinks she can drive 100 miles an hour, and it's scary. It really is. I know the German driving test and European driving test in general is way more strict than the Texas one, at least. That's the one I took. And I would venture to say most people who drive 80 plus are not qualified to drive 80 plus. I remember a long time ago when I was in college, long time ago, ancient times ago, I had to take a speech and debate class. And the topic I was assigned with a group of people was whether people should retake the driving test every so many years. In Texas and Hawaii, I can't speak for anywhere else, but in Texas and Hawaii at least, you take your driver's test once, and then the rest of the time it's just an eye test to make sure you're not blind. And then they just keep your license going till you're 75 years old. And at 75 years old, you have to take a no, Google, I don't care. Google's trying to read me something. At 75 years old, you have to take another test. So between when you're 16 and when you're 75, you do not have to take a driver's test. And the topic was every 10 years. You had to be for or against taking a new test every 10 years. And I was very for this. I thought this was a great idea. Everyone should have to take a test every 10 years to make sure they're still capable of driving a car. And one of the ladies in the class with me was very against it. She was extremely against it, like over against it, because her reasoning was she didn't work well under pressure to take another test. And my answer to her was, how do you drive if you don't work well under pressure? Do you just give up and let go of the wheel? Alright. Do we have a Josh Aldridge sighting? We do have a Josh Aldridge sighting. Alright, that's my rant on cars and Autobahns and licenses and all that stuff. Put that in the highlight reel. That whole rant, and Mrs. Reverse Ops didn't even roll her eyes at me once. Wow. She's still in vacation mode. There's an Aerologic plane coming in on the right runway. Let's see if we can get that and see if it stays in focus. It'll be over here somewhere. Okay. Clouds are thick enough where we didn't even see it, so it didn't matter if it was in focus or not. Phil, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, we're about to have our flight that we're on tomorrow is inching towards the runway this way. The flight that we'll be on tomorrow. I grew up in North Dallas, Jason. Alright, so discover air. A wild paddler girl has entered the chat. Yeah, Mark, that first one will be the one we're on tomorrow. Unfortunately, from this angle, we can't see them. The terminal building is in the way. But we'll try to catch them in the air. A little while ago, I was able to catch some of the planes in the air over there. We'll have to see. Alright, let's see this United here. We have a United triple on the right one. Let's see how the clouds are over there. It's just passing to the right of me now, so it should be in this shot in a second. There it is. Oh, nice, Jason. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people from Texas love to move to Colorado. That was always... I always had a lot of friends who would go up there during the summer or the winter to ski. I was never a skier. Alright, so Lufty to LA with the extra X is on the runway. So we'll see if we can actually see it in the air once it gets down to the end. Oh, the puns started. All right. Tuna. Oh, where did the lucky queen go? Oh, where can she be? There she is. And into the clouds. That was up in the clouds before it hit the end of the runway. So there is a big wall of something over there. Let's pull up the radar, see where we're at here with the radar. That is not a radar. And the actual radar, not the, ooh. Yeah, it is. It is very green on the radar right now. It's the pun that builds on a pun. Well, I've spent some time in Lawton, Oklahoma. Can't say I enjoyed it. I guess it was a little fun. I was at Fort Sill. I wasn't stationed at Fort Sill. I was not in the Army. I was in ROTC in high school. So if you're not familiar with what ROTC is, it stands for Reserve Officers Training School. Candidate? ROTC? Reserve Officers Training Corps. It's been a while. So they have them in class in high school, so you can get used to what it might be like in the military. So I was in ROTC in high school. And we'd spend a week summer at Fort Sill near Lawton, Oklahoma. I'm sorry, Josh. But it's exactly what you think. It's just dust and howitzers. That's all Fort Sill is dust and howitzers. But I never ended up going into the military, but I will forever treasure my time in ROTC, ROTC. It taught me, it gave me two valuable things. It gave me some of my best friends that I'm still best friends with today. And it gave me the realization to learn that I didn't like people telling me what to do all the time, so the military was not for me. Yes, and the occasional bison. So, two things. Friends and the realization that having people scream at me and tell me what to do was not my cup of tea. Ooh, there's a American Dreamliner scooting this direction. I wonder if we'll see it. Probably not. Seems to be behind the terminal. Hello, Dale. Yeah, Jason, well, I was lucky enough to find the perfect one. The one who doesn't mind hanging out at a hotel in the rain and watching planes. Thanks, Wally. Appreciate that. I'm gonna go back in time. Is that another queen? Where's that queen? Another queen leaving. That's heading off to Miami. Oh, they have so many. This is like Alaska without the moose. So many queens. Oh, the engine's starting on this. Not that type of moose, Josh. You can see the water behind the engine. Look at that. There goes number 2. Sometimes you forget Emirates uses other things other than the A380. coming right at us. He's coming right at us. So like Mark said, we do have another queen on the runway. It's the one heading off to Miami. So it's clearing up down. We might be able to see it in the sky better than the last one. We'll swing down that way and figure it out together. Again, it's before it even hits the end of the runway, it is so far gone. Yeah, they have a lot of cars, Wally, here that we do not have in the United States. We have a lot of brands you may have never heard of unless you watch Top Gear. And then they have a lot of the same manufacturers, but just different cars. There's a whole bunch of Mercedes and BMWs that I've never seen in the States driving around here. Saw lots of Dacia Sanderos, so that's good news. I have seen a couple of Mustangs and Camaros, and I'm assuming they're driven by people who are stationed here. I have not seen any Jet 2 holiday planes. I don't even know if they come here. Get a lot of those going out of Manchester, don't you? I've seen a lot of those out of Manchester. Really, Mark? Wow, I don't remember ever seeing more than one or two in all the UK. When I've driven around the UK quite a bit, I don't remember seeing more than one or two. I've seen quite a lot of the Mach-E's, the new electric Mustang, but like a regular 5.0, I don't remember seeing many of those in the UK. I only saw 2 or 3 here. No, we didn't do any of the Alpine coasters, Phil. I don't want to go hobbling back to my job. Those things look dangerous. Alright, so while we got a little bit of a lull here, I want to remind you that we do have some merch specifically for the German tour, which is ending tomorrow, but you can still get the merch. It all goes to helping me pay off the credit card bill for this tour, and the Kickstarter was a big help, but the bill is going to be way more than the Kickstarter raise. So if you can help out a little more by picking up some of the merch, we have t-shirts available and some other doodads. Have the retro and modern lufty reverse op shirts. Have the hoodie, which I wish I had right now because it's a little chilly. Have the beer stein. Then we have the Condor stripy shirts in men and women's fit. And then we have the last one here is the Fly Pink Condor pink stripy shirt. That is a charity shirt that we're giving. All the money raised, all the proceeds from that shirt there will be given to charity. So if you'd like one of the stripy shirts, this one will all go to charity. The rest are to help me out, but this one helps out charity. So hopefully you guys can pick one or two of those things up. You can head on over to reverseopshop.com to pick those up. There's a Gulf Air. I've never seen a Gulf Air so small. I've seen a bigger one in Manchester. I think it was in Manchester I saw the bigger one. believe that's the One World Cathay Pacific 777 over there. There's also a Thai Airlines over there. I've never owned a 60s Camaro. I have owned a couple 70s Camaros. I never could afford the 60s models. They were, even back when they were cheap, they were out of my price range. There it is. Oh. Looks like 2 out, we're going to have a China Southern Cargo. Obviously it's second for arrival on the center runway. So I was hoping to get the retro lefty 747 tomorrow, but it looks like it's gonna miss us. It's heading off to Tokyo. It's actually supposed to, I think it was late, and then came in from Frankfurt came in yesterday. It was supposed to leave Frankfurt. I swear I saw it come in this morning. I'm very confused by the timing of that. Never mind. Let's stop talking about that because I'm confused. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, it came in from San Francisco this morning. It's supposed to go out to Tokyo, so it will not be our flight tomorrow. It was supposed to show up at 10:25 today, and I was hoping that would be our first plane of the day, but it was actually about 10 minutes too early. See, the weather down there is clearing up a little bit. Alright, so that China Southern cargo should be in view in a second. We'll flip around here and we'll take that. There it is. Lots of marshmallows on that one. Bust out the hot chocolate. Come on. Why aren't you focusing? As soon as I get over there, into the clouds. There's a blue stripy condor and a Singapore that look like they're about 5 minutes out. A little longer for this condor. And the green one out there too. Hopefully they'll both come this runway. Good morning, Ed. I hope you're getting better weather up there in the UK than we're getting here. I think Singapore is going to the other side. That's a shame. Yeah, looks like the Condor. We'll see where the Condor goes. It's currently lined up for the center runway, or the left runway, but we'll see. Hello, Jonathan. where it's a shame you can't have the ATC here. Make it a little easier to figure out which one of these runways, these condors and stuff are coming to. Alright, it looks like the first condor is definitely coming this side. That's good. The Singapore is going to still go to the right runway, though. They're both several out now, but the Singapore is second out. The next one in is Lufthansa. It's a 320 coming in from Munich. Nice for a quick 42-minute flight. We got an Air France E170. Haven't seen that yet. France Hop. New one for me. Looks like it's second for arrival on this side. That was the Singapore coming into the right runway. Next one that we'll see in front of us is that Air France hop. And then it'll be followed by the blue Condor Stripey. The green one is going to go to the other side. Hop should be visible any second now. There it is. Ah, oui, oui. Of course I'm a hop. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent? I told them I already got one. Alright, so the blue stripy Condor should be next, and now would be a good time to order your blue stripy Condor shirt from the Reverse Op Shop at reverseopshop.com. Alright, so I'm going to pop in, use the little boy's room, get a drink. That's the benefit of streaming from your hotel room. You have a private bathroom. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to leave this wide shot on you. We should have a couple of arrivals here, a couple of smaller arrivals here, and then I'll be back for the bigger ones in about 2 minutes. Please talk amongst yourself. And I'm back. Can't see any of these planes leaving off the parallel runway. They all kind of blend in with the clouds as soon as they take off. Hopefully this will blow over by tonight. So today, 124. So we were planning on staying this morning till the A380 got here. Scheduled arrival at 1:15. It's a little slowed down a little bit to 1:24. Seems like everything's slowing down a little bit. I don't know if it's the weather. Lots of things on the flights are delayed, so I don't know if that's the weather here or the weather other places. But we're going to stay till 1:24 to see if we can catch the A380 coming here, because I believe the A380 will come on this runway. And then we're going to take a break, and weather permitting, we're going to try to come back for an evening show at around 6 o'clock, 6:30 local time. So take about a 5-hour break. We'll come back. Me and Mr. Reverse Ops will head to the sauna, grab some lunch. The green one? The stripy one? You can zoom in on that. I hope I don't know which one you're talking about because I wasn't looking at the chat, but is that the one you're talking about, or the Vietnam one behind it? Actually, I don't know if there's a pool, Christine. I know there's a sauna. Boy, they really have a fleet of tugs around here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 planes that are being tugged over from that terminal to this terminal. Next one coming in is a 319. It's a Lufthansa. Oh, interesting, Rainbow Love. Well, the lights are still on here, so I don't know. Hopefully, they'll have it figured out by tomorrow. Oh, H. Dot's t-shirt rolled by. I forgot about that. Oh, there's the... Got a lot of movement out there. It's like a ballet going on. I guess that's why they use the outer runway for arrivals. DE Aviator, I believe they're being brought over here for to a gate to be loaded with passengers for departure. I believe the case is they have more arrivals than gates. So they have to keep shuffling them around to make sure the gate's always in use, and not just a plane waiting. So here comes that One World Cathay Pacific being towed over here. Ooh, looks like we're gonna have the retro Condor livery. That is a 320. That's the retro livery. Also the Star Alliance livery in the background there. But that Condor retro livery looks like it's going to be third for arrival on this side. Yeah. Let's see if the Mongolian Airlines too. We'll see if that comes over. Hopefully that comes over here. That would be a nice one to catch. I haven't seen that one. Christine, I feel it's bigger. It feels bigger to me. It has 2 extra runways. Well, I guess technically LAX has 4. This has this, I guess, technically the same number of runways, but it has runways that are not exactly parallel. So we have on going this way. We have left, right, and center, but the center runway is way, or the right runway is way off to the right. And then there's a parallel runway which is way at the end, so that really spreads out the footprint of the airport a lot. There goes that little baby Star Alliance. Oh, and she cute. Isn't that little baby Star Alliance so cute? That was a 319, little toddler bus. They grow up so fast, these Airbuses, don't they? So I think the next one coming in is the Condor Retro livery. I think we're gonna lose out on that Mongolian. That Mongolian Airlines is actually gonna go to the right runway, so we're gonna miss that one, unfortunately. We have an Air Incheon 747-400 on the downwind. It's coming from the Lesser London Airport. Hopefully that that will come this side. I don't think I've seen a 747 use that right runway yet, so we'll hopefully get that right in front of us. And hopefully we'll be able to see it. It's getting worse out here. The weather is getting worse. And Leon's getting larger. That was nice. We saw that one depart when we were here 2 weeks ago. We saw that one depart. A little sunnier that day. Right when we ended, it was like overcast, and it wasn't raining, but it was overcast the whole day. And then as soon as I hit stop on the stream, wow, that's good news. Thanks, Henry. I didn't think I had seen anything that big over there, so that's good. Another little toddler bus. And multiple Star Alliance toddler buses, apparently. Alright, so the next one coming in is Austrian. It's coming in from Vienna. The 320, followed by a Lufthansa coming in from Prague. It's 319, and then we should have that Air Zeta, Tomato 747. Yeah, it is a little bit bummed with the weather, but it could be a lot worse. Could be at my desk at work. Alright, we're 4 planes away from getting the sand, the beach 330 coming in from Vegas. That's the Condor Stripey. Really digging all these vapors off the arrivals though. Big poofy. Oh yeah, that was my rap name when I was younger. I used to rap by the name Big Poofy. Underground hardcore stuff, you probably never heard of it. Thanks everyone. I think we're getting very close to 200 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Hello. If you don't know who I am, or where you are, or what the channel is, I can help you with at least 2 of those 3 questions. My name is Patrick, the channel's Reverse Ops. We are in Frankfurt, Germany, high above and next to Frankfurt Airport. We're doing a little road show here. This is the last day of our 2-week German tour. We usually stream out of Honolulu, Hawaii, so if this is your first time with us, we usually stream out of Honolulu Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So it's a slightly different time when we're in Hawaii because of the time differences. So right now it is, where are we at, 12:30? That means it's 12:30 in the morning in Hawaii, so we usually stream at 9 till about 9:45 in the morning during the week, so that would be till about 9:45 p.m. in Germany time. So we do that 2 times a week. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're interested in that, we get a lot of military action, we get a lot of cargo, a lot of passengers, and we also get 3 A380s. Let me take this plane over here. We get 3 A380s, the Flying Honu. Those are from ANA. We get 2 of those a day, and we usually try to catch their arrivals in all the shows and departures on the Saturday show. So if it's your first time joining us here and you'd like to see some interesting stuff from Hawaii, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell and all that jazz. But I would really appreciate it if you could just hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 20,000 by the end of the year. We were on a very good pace to make it for a while. We've slowed down a little bit, and I know about 50% of you are not subscribed that are listening to the sound of my voice. So if you hit that subscribe button, we'll get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you're wondering where we are today, we are at the Be Mine Hotel. It's across the motorway. Look from where's Beachy Towel? Oh, Beach Towel's next. Hold on. We'll do that after. I don't want to miss the beach. So we are at the B Mine Hotel, which is right across the street. There you can see from the terminal at Frankfurt Airport. We're on the 10th floor, so you can see way down there. On the 10th floor. The interesting thing is, I have my car with me on the 10th floor. This is our rent-a-car. So this airport hotel lets you park your car outside your room. That's our room in there. But we're on the 10th floor. It has an elevator that brings your car up here with you. So it's it wasn't that much more expensive than the regular room either. Interesting. I highly recommend it. Give it a try. That didn't sound good. I don't think my camera liked that. Oh, it did not like that at all. It didn't like that at all. It was all mad. This is Lufthansa cargo coming in from, which I don't know where it's coming in from, CGO. I don't know where that is. Yeah, so they have probably, I don't know how many of these rooms they have, but they have 2 car elevators that you pull into, and it takes you up to your room or your level. And then the weirdest thing was we came in here last night, and it was pretty dark. We got here about 8:30, and we pull into the elevator. It takes us up. The door behind us opens, and you're supposed to back out of the elevator. Well, I didn't have a rear view camera in the rental car, and as I'm basically backing off into this black abyss, and it was very unnerving. It was really kind of weird. Ah, thank you, Josh. Yeah, I don't think I could drive my car down through the room to the normal elevator. So I just did some random date next month to show you that the car loft wasn't that much more. So the smart double plane spotting room, which is we had the first night we were here 2 weeks ago, was €180. And that wasn't a very good room. I didn't like that room. Didn't really care for that room. The windows didn't open. Well, they opened, but it was a glass pane. It wasn't a full balcony. And then the car loft room was only €225 a night. And the room is like triple the size, plus you get the giant balcony, plus your car is right here. Seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, we're really close. I mean, I think it's a 5-minute drive to the rental car drop-off. Next one is Austria. I believe it's coming from Vienna as well as the last one that came through here. This is a special livery for the 2025 Expo. Let's check on our good friend Emirates. That's what we're waiting for today. Our last plane of the day will be... we had a diversion. Really? Wow. Our last plane of the day this morning is going to be Emirates. That's coming in at 1:26. Coming in from Dubai. It's an A380. Thank you very much, Michael. It's been a lot of fun doing these shows. I love doing the shows from Hawaii, but these road shows are really neat. Yes, she is with me, Incredible Bolt. She is about 10 feet, maybe 15 feet behind me in the room. Nice and snug as a bug in a rug on the bed. Thank you, Ian. I'm going to try. We are going to try to go live again at 6:30 local time. There's a couple of things that are dependent on that, but we should be able to go live for a little while around that time. So keep an eye out for those notifications, and keep an eye out for the placeholder that'll go up as soon as I'm 100% sure. But I'm like 80% sure we should be able to go live again at 6:30 p.m. tonight, Germany time. Yes, that is 100% the truth, Henry. Sometimes it gets too cold for her in Hawaii, so Germany is definitely way too cold. Quite welcome, RSVP. Thank you very much. I wish I could show you some of these departures off the center runway here, but it's just I can't see them on the other end. The clouds are too built up. As you can see, there are planes leaving. There was one just a minute ago. United just left. I never saw it in the air up there, so I wish I could show you some more of those departures. We just have to wait for some of these arrivals to come in on this side. It's okay. Arrivals are cool. Like this next Lufthansa one. It's a toddler bus. Right here. They'll be up and walking in no time. Oh, a toddler bus. Boy, they sure do have a lot of Lufthansa planes here, I swear. Jeez. Next one's a 321. It's coming in from Budapest. I like Budapest. I went there a couple of years ago. I think 2018 we went to Budapest. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. They had a really cool museum in Budapest. It was on the Buda side, I think. It was, they have a lot of them here in Europe. It seems like every town has one. The Technica, something technical museum. Seems like a lot of places have one. We didn't get to go to as many as we wanted to this time. We were supposed to go to a couple, but just didn't work out. The one in Budapest was really neat. I felt kind of old because they had the very first camera I ever owned that was my camera. They had in the museum. I felt old. It was a Kodak Discman. Anybody remember the Kodak Discman cameras? I had one of those. It was the first camera that was mine. Thank you. Yeah, it was I don't know when I first started calling them that. We don't get a lot in Hawaii, so I don't remember when the first time it might have been one of the times I was in Manchester. It might have been then. That's when I started calling them that. Ah, hello, Frank. Ah, 319 and a 330. All right. I haven't flown on a 330 in forever. And I don't think I've ever flown on a 319. I think the last time I flew on a 330 might have been a Hawaiian 330 to JFK, or from JFK back to Hawaii. Oh, I'll put that on the list. We'll definitely be back to Germany. In fact, you know it's a good vacation. I always judge a vacation by how soon into the vacation you start talking about the next time you're coming. So we were like 2 days in and we were already thinking about the next time we come to Germany. Oh, Southwest works. That actually works, Michael. Because I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm really bad with the last character of your first name. I apologize. Been here 2 weeks and I still can't figure it out. But we were thinking about next time flying in and out of Munich instead of Frankfurt, and that would put us closer to some stuff we wanted to do down in Bavaria and Austria. We would like to go over to Salzburg. And there's some more places in southern Germany that we just didn't get to. I love doing the streams, don't get me wrong, but they do kind of take up a lot of time, so it's a good trade-off, but they do take up a lot of the sightseeing time. This is Portugal, TAP, I believe. I'm going to guess it's coming from Portugal. I didn't actually look. Oh yeah, Lisbon. There we go. We thought about flying into Munich and then out of Frankfurt, or the other way around, but it just boiled down to the fact that I wanted to be on a A340 and a 747, and I couldn't do both. I couldn't do either of those from Munich. Munich would have been the A380 back to LA, which isn't a bad option, but I wanted to do the 340 and the 747. So maybe, I think next time... All right, Josh, I like that. Next time we might do the A380 round trip out of Munich and then go south. I love that Munich airport, though. All the visitor spots and the viewing spaces from that. I really like to do some more shows from Munich. Oh, we were almost fogged out. If you guys missed that, we were supposed to do a morning show for Munich, and we got there, and the weather was worse than this. So it was just fog. It wasn't rain. It was just fog, and the fog didn't break till about 3 in the afternoon. But that gave us time to go to the observation deck and to go to the visitor center. It was a lot of fun. Freebird Airlines. I've never heard of Freebird Airlines. But I never heard of it. Anybody know where Freebird Airlines is from? I've never heard of it. Won't you play some Skinnerd, man? Play Freebird. Ooh, we have another beach livery coming in from Cancun. Wow, you guys fly to Cancun from here? That's awesome. Turkey and Malta. Oh, interesting, Josh. Hello, Rainbow Love. Oh, before Freebird gets here, I want to show you guys one more thing. This is crazy to me. I don't understand this at all. So... look at all these taxi cabs. That's got to be easy 200 cabs. Easy 200 cabs there. And they're all lined up down, and you can't even see the end of the line to the right around the corner of the building. But they're all waiting to be dispatched for the airport. And I'm trying to figure out if you got in that line right now, because I don't see any of them moving. I keep looking over there, and I don't see really any of them moving. At least not at a pace that I would think would be quick enough to sit there. It seems... But I don't understand why people take taxis at all anymore. Ubers are kind of a rip-off, and Bolt and all. They're still kind of a rip-off. You always feel like you're being screwed. But man, we took a taxi the other day. We were in Munich, and we walked from the Visitors Park to Terminal 2, which is it's about a half an hour walk, maybe a little more, maybe 45-minute walk. And then we noticed the clouds were starting to burn off, or the fog. So we wanted to get back to our car, which was at the visitors park, but we really didn't feel like walking 45 minutes. So we took a cab from Terminal 2 to the visitors park, which I don't know the exact miles, but it's less than 2 miles. We were in the car less than 5 minutes. Anybody want to guess what that cab fare was? 5 minutes in a cab, less than 5 miles, from the airport. You can guess. Guess is in the chat. Oh yeah, sure, Rainbow Love. Let me get the next plane and then we'll do it. We got a plane I've never seen coming in next. As soon as that, we'll do that, and then we'll show the car on the balcony. But anybody want to guess how much that cab fare was? Alright, we'll show you we'll show Rainbow Love's mom the car on the balcony now. So we are 10 floors up. And this is the balcony of my room. With the car up here. In there, through that window, is the room. That door back there is the door to the room. It's super heavy, but yeah. Well, here's the elevator door for the. This is the elevator door for the car. So I think Ian must have been our cab driver, because it was exactly 25 euros to go less than 2 miles, less than 5 minutes from the airport to the airport. We didn't even leave the airport. So looks like Ian has bragging rights in the what did Patrick pay for a cab ride at the airport in Munich. Until next time we're in Munich, thanks all for playing. But so the Munich is Munich. If you're going to Munich from the airport, it's with no traffic. It's 45 minutes to the city center where we were. So if it's 25 euro to get not even out of the airport, I can't imagine what it costs to get there. To get there all the way by cab. Here's the Fly Pigs plane. So like what?
The sandwich or something? statues and stuff down there.
Why don't you head down and report back?
I'll go down there, we'll go look at it and report back.
Yep. I'm sending Mrs. Reverse Ops on a scavenger mission. It's a reconnaissance mission. She's going to find out what kind of food we have downstairs to see if we leave the hotel or not, because it is very damp and very rainy, as you can see. Ed, I agree with you. This is, I mean, it'd be nice, obviously, just to be a little taller so we could see over the terminal building onto the runways. But man, this is pretty great. Now, if you go up to the roof restaurant, there's a restaurant. We're on the 10th floor. Hey, watch it, Rainbow Love. Billions and billions sold. That's all I gotta say about McDonald's. If it was so bad, if all the people who truly trash talk McDonald's didn't really go there, they'd be out of business. Thanks, Marco. Well, yeah, Michael, we actually asked the guy first. We went up. We didn't just hop in his car and say, "Hey." We talked to there's always a cab handler guy, a guy who works for the cab company that is kind of in charge of lining everybody up. We asked him first, and then talked to the driver if we'd be okay before we just hopped in his car, and they agreed to it. Old Condor livery. We've got all the Condor liveries today, except for the pink one. But the weirdest thing about the cab ride is they have the meter built into the mirror. So his mirror had the meter built into it, so you could see what you're being charged for the ride. And it was counting up 10 euros, 11 euros, 12 euros, and it got up to 16 euros as we're pulling into the parking lot where our car was. And when he stopped the car, it said 16.30. 16 euros 30 cents. When he turned off the meter, it jumped to 25. Yeah, Rainbow Love was making fun of me for going to McDonald's yesterday. We were driving through some small town in Austria, and we saw a billboard for a Hawaii chicken sandwich at McDonald's, so we had to stop. Yeah, that was the... Well, there's the Gulf Air backing up right here. That was the previous Condor livery. And I believe before that it was blue. It was blue or silvery, bluey, silvery. Then the yellow and tan, and then they started going to the beachy, stripy, passion stripy, sea, island stripy. Let's see how many we can see over there. There's a... So that's the Passion Stripey there, the red one. That's Passion. We just saw the beach. Alright, there's the island. That's the island Stripey. Then somewhere, I thought there was a blue one over there. I guess they moved it. There's a blue one, which is the sky. And then there's an orange one, which is the sunshine. Well, we're gonna get a green one second. It's a 321 second for arrival. Before that, we'll have an Air Astania. Never heard of this one. This is a new one on me. Central Asia, best fares. Interesting. Oh, might be more interesting if I actually showed it in the stream instead of looking it up. Darn it. Well, Michael, then you would look really good in the there we go. There we go. I can hook you up. There we go. There we go, just the OU colors right there. Head on over to reverseopshop.com. Look at that. We can hook you up. Sorry about that, Henry. I'm limited to what the manufacturer provides. I do apologize. Alright, we're back for a sandwich report. We got sandwiches. Pastrami. That pastrami one looks good. Yeah, too many vegetables and cheese. Too much vegetables. Parmesan. I like that first one. Yeah, okay. Sold American or German.
Only €7. Not bad for a hotel.
Yeah.
They don't have chips or anything. I could go next door to see.
Oh,
if they
yeah.
have chips.
Yeah. Sounds good. You want to do that right after the Emirates is done? We're getting close. Emirates should be here in 15 minutes. In fact, it might be here a little sooner. Sped up a little. Yeah. Yeah.
So they can-
Yeah, wait and then just go. Wait, how far is the next one out? Next one out, the next one in is Turkish Air. Oh, thanks, Ian. I don't know if we'll be here long enough to see that. We're staying for the Emirates. The Emirates is not very far. I think it's 4 out on the center runway here, so or left runway. Sorry. Next is Turkish. What happened? No. I don't know. Are we still live? Are we still live? Okay. Yeah, this Emirates is going to be our last plane of this show, and then we're going to try to come back later about 6:30 tonight and do a couple hours at about 6:30. So the Emirates is 3rd out. We have an Iceland Air and a Sky Express before it. All right. It's going to be coming this way. Trying to teach Mrs. Reverse Ops how to use my photography camera to get some pictures of the Emirates. All right, practice on the next one. Practice on the next plane. Just yeah, I'm hoping Henry it gets a little better. At least it'll be should be stopped raining. Next one is Sky Air. Right, hit the button. You hitting the button? Is it clicking? All right, let's grade Mrs. Reverse Op's work here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Emirates should be a little bigger, so it'd be easier to get full. The Emirates will be next. It's, let's say it's only about 3 miles out, 4 miles out. It says 7 on flight radar. There's no way it's 7. Come on, flight radar. Yeah, I give Mrs. Reverse Ops a B- on her first attempt. That's pretty good. We'll see if we can get that up to an A for the Emirates. All right, here we go. We're getting pretty close. All right. Let's see. Let's grade them. Let's go live grading on the air. No bias. Don't hold back any opinions. Let's see. Not bad. Little top of the frame, but not too bad. Yeah, top of the frame. Gotta center the plane next time, but not too bad. Yeah. Got a little fluffiness right there. You got a little fluffiness. See the fluffy? See the fluffiness? Not bad. Gotta give that one an A-. We gotta get the plane a little more centered in the frame. But should get it. She's a smart girl. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a little break so Mrs. Reverse Ops and I can go get some food, go to the sauna, generally do some debauchery in Frankfurt before we leave. And we'll be back somewhere around 6:30. and we'll try to get another couple hours at least, 6:30 to 8:30 maybe tonight, and we'll go from there. Yes, I will put the shots on Discord later, Ian. Alright, so thanks again, everybody. Let's there we go. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you a little later. I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks to all the Kickstarter backers out there again. You guys really, really helped make this possible. So we'll see you in a couple hours, probably 5-ish hours from now. Thanks again, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We'll be back in Hawaii. I'm not sure when our next show is in Hawaii. After we get back, it depends on how jet laggy I am, because I do have to go to work the next day after we get back, so it's not going to be a lot of fun on that end, but we will be doing more Hawaii shows soon. So hit that subscribe button. Why am I recording myself? That's dumb. Alright, we'll see you all in a couple hours. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, no, not yet, Josh. No. Don't say that. I don't want to go back to work. As much as I love my job, I could use another week away. A vacation to recover from my vacation. What? Yeah. I can't change it now, though. want to give a special shout out to the world's most dangerous mod crew: Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Alan, and Brandon. Special shout out also to Steve Rogers and my traveling companion these last 2 weeks, and my traveling companion in my life, Mrs. Reverse Ops. Thank you very much. She is definitely the MVP. Alright, we'll see you all in a couple hours. I will put the thing up on YouTube as soon as I'm 100% sure that we can go live at the time I say. Take care, everyone. Auf Wiedersehen. Aloha.